And now this is a continuation of my previous video. I labeled this as part 1 and part 2. Now we did in the last video like host cellular mechanism is completely taken over by the viral genome. Host cellular mechanism cannot be completely because it became a part of it. It can't be very independent and expressive. Now, virus is virulent. Virus is non-virulent. As I told you, the word virulence means capability to become toxic. Capability to become toxic. Capability to cause disease. Like coronavirus, virulence is very high. Capability to cause disease. Anything I can say. In lytic cycle, the virus immediately becomes virulent, whereas in case of lysogenic cycle, it really wants the time to declare its virulence. Host cell is lysed during the release of the viral particles. Host cell is not lysed. They squeeze out of the host cell, it is not lysed. Produces a progeny of virus since viral particles are liberated. Does not produce a viral progeny since viral particles are not liberated. This is during non-virulent stage. Occurs within a short period of time. It takes time and which is not definite. It will simply wait which is not definite. It will wait for its chance to express itself, assemble and squeeze. But not many of them at a time, neither they lyse the host cell. Cannot follow the lysogenic cycle, but it can follow the lytic cycle. That means the viruses which will follow lytic cycle can never be lysogenic, but the virus which is lysogenic can be lytic. If it gets too much chance to multiply, then it may lyse the host cell. Yes, there is a possibility. Shows the symptoms of viral replication. Does not show symptoms of viral replication. This is because the replication degree is very high in lytic cycle. Okay, for instance, common cold. We immediately see the symptoms because the lysis is happening. The host cells are being damaged. Whereas in case of HIV, 8 to 12 years is the incubation period. This is because there is no symptoms seen during this incubation period because it is not expressing. When the multiplication is rapid, then there are symptoms. When the multiplication is occasional and less, there are no symptoms. So, lytic cycle has symptoms. Lysogenic cycle does not have symptoms. Does not allow genetic recombination in the host bacterium because it is not integrating. Whereas the lysogenic virus can cause a change in the genetic combination because it is going and sitting in the DNA by integrating. So there can be changes in the genes because the viral gene also became a part of it. But they won't see a change. Like you imagine, I have a group of people. In case of lytic cycle, virus is outside the group damaging the group. Whereas in lysogenic cycle, virus is inside the group damaging the group. So naturally, there is no change in case of lytic cycle because the virus is outside the host DNA. But there can be changes in the host DNA in case of lysogenic cycle virus because it is incorporating into the host cell. So the differences are really good and to understand much about lytic and lysogenic. So I thought I would take a recap each and every point. On the whole, you have to remember immediate lysis, short period, Symptoms are seen. No prophase stage cannot cause recombinations is lytic cycle. No lysis immediately integrates into the host cell. No symptoms seen during incubation period, less multiplication, and yes, they can cause change in the host DNA is lysogenic cycle. Aren't they clear?